So excited to go to HHN 30 tonight. Hi everyone, we decided to stay at the Simpson Stay and Scream area, and we got in here about 4:45 or so. We were just, we walked around the park trying to decide which one we wanted to stay at. We decided on this one, and they told us at 5:45 they're going to start opening the houses for us to go on through. So that's exciting. And now we're just waiting here at our table, and there's like really plenty of those places to sit down. It's in the sun, so it is hot. It's not shaded, but at least we get to sit down. We're excited that we're here, and we have express passes today, so we'll tell you how and if that really helps us along throughout the night. And today is Thursday, September 23rd, and the Halloween Horror Nights does not close tonight until 2 a.m. So we are in it for the long haul tonight. All right, we are going into Scary first. And we're heading in to Scary first. We're not going to use our express just yet. We're going to try through the standby line since we're like first going straight into it. So we'll see how long we wait. Here's the outside facade. A nice place to die.
When Usher agreed to take his daughters to Lizzie Lemon's fun time.
We're about to go in our very first house of the night. We're super excited. Fog keeps coming out sporadically. We just came through the first house. It was Welcome to Scary, Ohio. I understand what people say, it's a little bit confusing. So the first whole part of the house was just basically black. Like you could not see anything as you were walking through there. I literally walked into a wall because I couldn't see where I was going. But once you get through that part, it's like you're in a house. And then after that part, it was like the house was on fire, right? And then after the house was on fire part, then it was like a butcher shop, and like they were skinning people alive. There was a police department? I don't remember the police department.
Yeah, there was a cop. There was a cop like killed. He was hanging over, doubled over the ledge. And then when we were walking out, there was a lady with a correctional institutional shirt on with a chainsaw.
I do remember, yeah, at the very end, the chainsaw right before you get out. Like you're thinking like, oh, okay, we're in the clear. No, that's when the chainsaw comes out. Yes, in the institutional orange outfit there. So, yes. But this was a good first starter house for the night. And we did not use our express pass, so that if it gets busy later on, we can go back through that house because we haven't used our express for it yet. So there. It's probably around 6 o'clock now, and we're still back here by Men in Black. So there are 2 other houses back here that we can go through. I see Puppet Theater straight ahead, Wicked Grove. That's what it is. We're back behind Men in Black. See one of these little carts that you get in for the ride. Thought that was kind of cool. We are in line right now for Wicked Growth, and we're pretty excited because I've heard a lot of hype about this one. I've heard that it was pretty good, so I have some pretty good expectations going into this house. It's our second one of the night. We're not using our express for this one just yet either, so I would love to come back once it's dark to go through it. I think it feels scarier because right now we're just going in through the daytime. I know inside the houses it's dark anyways, but it's kind of cool when you're going into it and then you're coming out, it's dark. We are here at Wicked Grove. We didn't wait very long in line at all. We're gonna save our express till later in the night if it ever gets busy. Look at this little guy. What's that stick called on that old cartoon? Was a really neat house. We just went through the Wicked Grove, and it was really neat. It was like the different smells in the different sections of the house. And so they had, of course, lots of different carved pumpkins all over the place, lit up. And at one point they had like a witch in a cauldron and the book was glowing. That part was really neat. And then they had like a section where you was going through the inside of a giant pumpkin and like you could look over and there was a giant pumpkin that just came out.
That's the one?
At us. It was like biting. It's like a giant puppet, maybe? But that part was really cool because I kind of leered a little bit and I was like, I want to see that again because that was really cool. And at the very end, they have the Pumpkin King inside the pumpkin. And you said he burped?
Yeah, and then you could like feel some drizzle.
Yes, you do feel drizzles of water every now and then. So you have effects too. You're not just walking through. You have actual
smells.
Just water. Oh my goodness, there was so many smells through that one. Like, I could have swore I smelled like pumpkin spice smells in there.
Yep.
And I love pumpkin spice. I like it a lot better than the scary house. I will say that. But we've only done 2 houses, on to house number 3. So right now it says 10-minute wait. We walked through. It wasn't bad at all. We actually went through before they even had the opening sign on there. A 15-minute wait for Puppet Theater captive audience. I am really looking forward to this house. Oh my goodness, the sounds already up there. It's the front facade. It looks awesome. I really like that one. Puppet Theater. That was awesome. So there was all different kinds of puppets throughout the house, and I think my favorite was like the ballet room. There was one though where you were like in a theater and there was like a woman on top of the little theater looking down below us all, and you know there's a whole theater around it. I like that scene too. That was really neat. But the ballet dancers that were hanging was neat, and all the different, so many puppets in there. We got a lot of scares in there. I really enjoyed it. I really like that house. So I think that house and Wicked Grove, I like those two the best so far. What do you think?
Yeah, that one was pretty scary.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scares in that one.
Yeah, there was. You know what? I think I actually like the Puppet Theater better than Wicked Growth. Wicked Growth is still really good, but I think I like the Puppet Theater one better, just slightly. So that's my ranking so far. Puppet Theater, Wicked Growth, then Scary. So we have so many more houses to do. Haven't done any of the scare zones either, and it's still really early in the day, so still have lots of things to do tonight. All right, we are in the Terra Queen Scare Zone. The Terra Queen, that was really neat. They had women on high stilts, and they had this like crab creature, so that was really neat to see those. And right now we're gonna go through Eddie's Revenge, the action, lights, camera, action. So we're gonna go through there. I can see the fog already and the different scare actors. It's like going through a cemetery. Lights, camera, action. We got some ice cream. my goodness. Oh, anybody hungry? There's an alien. So that scare zone was lights, camera, action. It was about Eddie, and Eddie is actually Jack's brother. And so Jack's the clown up here. Hopefully we'll see him when we go through icons. That was pretty cool. Oh, they're still coming. There's a pumpkin guy. And then there's like a bloody something. All right, we're gonna go into the icon scare zone.
I thought he stopped.
Oh wow, they're way up there. That was super short. Very short scare zone. It's like as soon as you're in it, you're done, wasn't it? It was a very short scare zone.
Yeah.
It's like already over. And now we're on the other side. It looks pretty crowded on this end of the park. Back where we were, we were like at the back of the park, so we got all those done, and then everybody's up here still. They haven't worked their way back towards the end of the park yet, so we probably should have done the front ones first then. I don't know. Going into Chainsaw Massacre right now. It is a 25-minute wait, and you basically go right into Jimmy Fallon. Here's a look at Rip's ride rocket that we normally don't get. Our first impressions of Chainsaw Massacre House. I didn't get a whole lot of scares. I think they all missed us, both of us, right?
A lot of them, yeah.
Yeah, I think most of the scares missed both of us. There was one chainsaw guy that did get rated.
Yeah, towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, towards the end. We did get held up.
Yeah.
Like normally you can tell you keep walking through, but I don't know what the problem was, but there was a hold up and we had to stand still for a little bit in one section, but we made it through. I don't know, I think maybe we just had a misfortunate run through for that house, because you did go through the Chainsaw Massacre family's house, their old house, and then my favorite room was the room with all the chickens in the living room. They were everywhere and feathers were everywhere. So it was really neat to look through all of the different things in the house specifically, but I just think that we missed all of the jump scares, but it was still really neat to see all of the different things that go along with the movie, because I love scary movies, especially the older scary movies. I love the ones that have like series, like multiple movies together. Like the Chainsaw Massacre has several movies. Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers and all that, I love those. But anyways, it's very loud. And there's a lot of people here now. Before we go down here to the controller scare zone, we're going to go through the icons. 25-minute waits for icons captured. We have gone through 5 of the houses so far, and it was really neat. So I enjoyed that. We just went through the icons, and we were able to see the chance room, usually the Usher room. It was really exciting. And the Usher was the one that reigned supreme for us in that one. And now it's darker outside, so they all got so much better for the scary, spooky stuff. We're walking through the controller scare zone right now.
Why do you wish to submit to my power? But to me, empowered even the more. Do you understand? Is that correct?
Right now, that screen is talking to somebody. We're getting instructions. Louis for a bite to eat. I ended up getting a giant supreme piece of pizza, and Brandon got a salad. Alright guys, I am super excited right now because we are about to go through Crypt TV Scare Zone. I have been looking forward to this. Like saying this would be this room. I can say it about me. All three of them.
All three of them?
Is he about to come out? Oh, they're not even here right now. He's not there. Yeah, they are playing one of the Crypt TV videos up there. As well as right here. That movie is Shelley from Crypt TV. That's Birch. They have a spider web projected on the ground. Ah, here we go, girl in the woods. This is where they say, "Brute, brute, come out of your hole, come out and beat the black as coal." There's nobody walking around in this scare zone right now. Nobody's here. Sunny family cult over there. That was hilarious. Like, as soon as I said, there's no scare actors walking around in this section, it got me. She got me. That was funny. Way across the lagoon here, we noticed that it says 30 years and 30 fears, and the Simpson Land right there, so that's pretty cool. Lots of projections all over the place. Oh, and they have it also up here on MIB. We're going back through the Terra Queen zone now that it's dark out. It's all lit up, beautiful. They got me. So along this building they have barbed wire, 30 years, 30 fears written on it. We have Mels Diamond. We're going back through Eddie's Scare Zone.
It was not just art.
35 minutes for Case Files on Earth, Legendary Truth. We just got out of Legendary Truth, the Case Files mystery one. It was long. It felt like it was really long. And so, like, you were going back in time. You started off in 1991 and then 48. And you go through, there was an alien at one point. The people in front of us got most of the jumps and the scares. There were some things that were really cool in there. Like, there was like a giant devil face that came out at one point that was really cool. And then once it started coming out, his eyes blew. So that was neat. There was a couple alien type of things. Like, one of them had like eyeballs all over it, just all over the thing. But it was pretty cool. It was kind of long, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had some pretty good scares in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I liked that one. We did use our express for that one, so that was the first one of the night. It was only 35, but we decided to start using our express. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock. We've done 6 of the haunted houses, so we have 4 more to go. So let's get to it. All right, as of right now, there is a 65-minute wait for Hill House. And we're gonna go use our express and get in line. I'm very excited about this house. So let's go give it a try. Okay, so we just went through the haunting of Hill House, and it was amazing. I want to go through it like a million more times. And it's like things from the movie that I saw that I keep pointing out. I was like, oh, that's so awesome that they put that in the movie. They had like the dumbbell waiter that the kid got in, and Jack would just went by in a golf cart. That was awesome. But they had the tall man in there. He was in there several times, and it was really neat to see him. Like, he was actually like super tall and like a real person. And so he scared me a couple times, so that was really neat. There was a couple scares that Brandon almost got punched in the face a couple times. And so he was behind me. I usually go in front of him, and then he was behind me. Sometimes there was one house that he went in front of me, and then I went behind him. But that was really good. It was a 65-minute wait for that house, and we went through express, so we did not wait that long at all. When you very first walk in, it was the house, the Hill House that you were walking inside, and that was awesome. And I loved that. There was a person talking. I didn't really understand that part of it when you were first walking in, but the rest of the scenes were just along with the movie. It was really neat. It even had the scene, little blonde girl, Abigail, I believe her name is, where the mother poisons her with rat poisoning. They have that little tea party with a couple of stars, and that scene in the Hill House too. So that's scary when the little kids die. It's really sad. All right, 60-minute wait, and we're going into Beetlejuice. This should be a really fun house. We're excited to go inside and see everything that it has. We are in line for Beetlejuice, and we're going through Curios George. So we're going through Express and the forever long line. It says a 60-minute wait right now for Beetlejuice. So I'm kind of excited just to even go inside this area, because I haven't seen it in so long. It's still closed. Our son used to love Curios George when he was really little. He even wanted to be a monkey for Halloween one year, and he would always call it Monkey George instead of Curios George. So it was really cute. We are outside of Beetlejuice and we're very excited to go in here. We've been talking about the different scenes in the movie that we're hoping to be inside here. So we're hoping to see the sandworms, of course, right here. We just got out of Beetlejuice and it was a really fun house. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't very scary, but it was very entertaining. And it had lots of scenes from the movie. It was a really good house. It had lots of things from the movie. I haven't watched it in a long time, so it did remind me of the different scenes from the Beetlejuice movie. And it had the little tiny houses up in the attic. It had the scenery where the ghosts of the house go to like the waiting area where they're trying to figure out what they're to do, and anything so that was a really neat scene because there was a guy that had his a shark on his leg. There was a guy that had a chicken bone in his throat and things like that. I didn't see the girl that was cut in half. It was a fun house. It did have the wedding scene. It had a sandworm at the very end, a giant one coming down from the ceiling. So it was a fun house. It wasn't very scary, but it was fun to go through. Alright, we are going to ride a Frankenstein right now. It is a 25-minute wait. Only 2 houses left, this one and Tooth Fairy. Okay, so we just went through Ride of Frankenstein and it was a pretty good house. I didn't really get any of the jump scares myself. Did you get any of the jump scares?
We've seen it last year like several times, so
yeah,
everything was anticipated.
Right.
Nothing was really surprising.
Yes, we did get held up in one of the last rooms, and we were held up there. I mean, it wasn't an extremely long time, but it was long enough that the scare actors even left. They like left the room because they're like, we have nothing else to do, so they just left. It was at the very end where the bride got Frankenstein to become alive again. Last house that we have up and through tonight is Tooth Fairy, and we have seen this before last year. It says that it has a 45-minute wait. Walking through to go see our very last house. We just got through with Tooth Fairy, and it was okay house. I still didn't get any of the jump scares, but it was an okay house. We did go through it last year, so we do remember most of every scene throughout the house that we walked through, and I mean, it was okay. I didn't actually get scared, but it was neat to walk through and see the different scenery. The Tooth Fairy did not look like a fairy at all. It looked like a demon.
Oh, everybody?
There she is, Shelly. And now we're back into the hotel room. It's a late night. It's 1:30. The park closes at 2 o'clock in the morning, but we're gonna go on to bed. We had a really good time at Halloween Horror Nights 30 this year. I think my favorite two houses was Puppet Theater and Wicked Growth. Those were my two top houses that I really enjoyed, and my favorite scare zone was the Crypt TV Scare Zone. But we had a really good time here at Halloween Horror Nights, and now it's your family time. Bye.